Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Echo Aftab. In my today's class, we'll be understanding about a new topic, and that is changes in demand. In my previous session, we understood about law of demand. So in continuation to that topic, let us start today with changes in demand. Myself, Aftab Bhai. So friends, change in demand can be understood in two ways. One is as extension of demand or contraction of demand, and the other is as increase of demand or decrease in demand. So recap of law of demand. In our earlier session, we understood about law of demand. What law of demand is? Other things remaining constant, if price decreases, demand increases, and if price increases, demand decreases. So based on this definition, we will try to understand our first concept, that is extension and contraction of demand. Now here is the demand curve, where on x axis we are having quantity demanded and on the y axis we are having price. So here you can see the demand curve. If we assume initially the price to be P1, the consumer is at this particular red point, and let us name it as A. So at A point, the consumer is buying Q1 amount of quantity at price P1. Now let us see what will happen. If we assume the price decreases, then as per law of demand, price decreases and demand increases. So let us see, the price here will reduce from P1 to P2. Correspondingly, what will happen? The consumer will move from A point to a new point, and that is point B. So you can see here the consumer has slid from point A to point B. Now at this new point, we can say the consumer is buying Q2 amount of quantity. Initially it was Q1 and now it is Q2. So this Q1 to Q2, that is from point A to point B, we can see here there is a movement on the demand curve, and this movement from point A to point B is called as extension of demand. You can see the black blinking arrow. This movement from point A to point B is extension of demand. And extension of demand, when it happens, friends, it happens when the prices reduce. So here in our graph, the price has reduced from P1 to P2, because of which the demand has extended from OQ1 to OQ2. So this is about extension of demand. Exactly the reverse of this will be contraction of demand. Now what is extension of demand? Extension of demand takes place because of the fall in price. The first thing to be noted, movement on the same demand curve. Whenever we speak about extension of demand, there is movement on the same demand curve from point A to point B, indicating higher amount of quantity is demanded, which is called as extension of demand. Now let us see the next situation. What will happen if price increases to demand? As per law of demand, increase in price will lead to decrease in demand. So here let us see this situation, price increases and demand decreases. So let us assume the price to be P3 and the consumer is in equilibrium at this particular red dot, and let us name it as Z. So when the price is P3, the consumer is buying Q3 amount of quantity. Now if we assume the price to increase from P3 to P4, what will happen? Any guesses? Yes, the consumer will slide up from point Z to point C. And now at this new equilibrium position, you can see when the price is P4, the consumer is buying reduced amount of quantity, that is Q4. So there is a reduction in quantity from OQ3 to OQ4. So this is what the movement from point Z to point C is called as contraction of demand. So you saw when the arrow is moving down, that will be because of fall in price, that is extension of demand. Now here the arrow is moving up, it is because of the rise in demand, and that is rise in price, and that is called as contraction of demand. So extension of demand and contraction of demand, we can relate it to law of demand. So this is the first situation. So when you speak about contraction of demand takes place because of rise in price. Movement on the same demand curve from point Z to point C indicating lesser amount of quantity demanded is called as contraction of demand. So with this we wrap up the first part with regard to extension of demand and contraction of demand. Let us move ahead. Now let us see what is increase in demand. So when you speak about increase in demand, I would like to make use of Alfred Marshall's words over here to understand the concept of increase in demand. So in the words of Alfred Marshall, when a person's demand for anything increases, it means that he will buy more of it than he would buy before at the same price. So here what we need to highlight is, he is buying more, the consumer is buying more at the same price. This is one situation where we can say the demand has increased, or the other situation is he will buy as much as he was buying before, but at a higher price. So this is the second situation. So now in the next 2-3 slides, we will try to understand this particular definition of Alfred Marshall with regard to increase in demand. So here again for this I will take up law of demand. So here you can see we are having price and we are having quantity demanded. Now if the price increases, as per law of demand, what will happen to the quantity demanded? The quantity demanded will decrease. This is the situation with regard to law of demand. Other things remaining constant, if price increases, quantity demanded decreases. Or if the price decreases, quantity demanded will increase. So in this situation you can see we are speaking about law of demand. Now taking this as our base, where we are having other things constant and change in price is leading to change in quantity demanded. So keeping this law of demand as the base, we will take another example. So here we are having price and we are having demand. I will bring into picture one more variable, let us say income. Now we are not keeping other things constant, we are bringing into picture other things matlab other variables. So now let us see, if you assume the price has increased and even the income has increased, can you guess what will happen to the demand? If I say the price is 5 rupees and the income is 5 rupees and the demand is 1 unit. Now if the price has become 10 rupees and even the income has become 10 rupees, how much will the consumer buy? Yes, the consumer will buy the same amount of goods. So at a higher price, the quantity demanded is the same. This is because along with the price, the income has also increased. So here other things are not constant. If income increases, along with increase in price, the demand is the same. This situation is called as increase in demand. This is with regard to the first para of Alfred Marshall's lines with regard to increase in demand. We will keep it as it is. Now we will take another situation. Here again we are having price, we are having demand and income. Now let us keep the price constant, let the price not change, And if the income increases, what will happen to the demand? The demand will also increase. So this is called as, if price is constant and income increases, demand also increases. This is also another situation of increase in demand. So these two situations, one is when other things are not constant and if price is increasing and also income is increasing. If price is increasing and income is increasing, so income increases, also price increases, that is also increase in demand, and price is same but income increases. If price is constant and income increases, demand also increases. This is also situation of increase in demand. Now we will understand this whole theory in terms of graph. So graphically, let us see what is happening with regard to increase in demand. The same demand curve D, and here quantity demanded is on x axis and quantity demanded is on y axis. So if I say the price of the commodity is P1, now what Alfred Marshall says, the consumer will buy more of the commodity as he was buying earlier at the same price. So here, according to law of demand, the consumer is at P1, means he somewhere at this particular point he will be on equilibrium and his quantity demanded will be somewhere at this particular point. So this will be, but what he is telling, he will buy more of it at the same price. So at the same price he is buying beyond quantity Q1. So this is the line telling us that he is buying more of it. Then the other situation is, this is the first situation, and the other situation is he will buy as much of it as before at a higher price. So here, how much he is buying right now? He is buying this much unit, but now if the price increases and if it becomes P2, so what will happen? He will be buying the same amount of quantity at the increased price. This is the second situation. So see here, the same amount of quantity Q1 the consumer is buying at an increased price. So if you observe the graph, we are moving away from the original demand curve D. In what direction we are moving away? You can see here the thick bold black line. So the consumer, either he will move upwards or he will move downwards. So in both the situation, what we can see, the consumer is buying more things. So here the consumers will be having a new demand and he will shift to a new demand curve, and that is called as increase in demand. So increase in demand is happening at the same price he is buying more, at the same price he is buying more, or the same amount of quantity he is buying at an increased price. So both these situations is called as increase in demand. Exactly the reverse of this will be decrease in demand. So what is happening in decrease in demand? You can see the consumer is buying the same quantity at a reduced price, or you can say the consumer is buying lesser quantity at a same price. So this is what is called as decrease in demand. Now in the nutshell friends, increase or decrease of demand takes place. When does it take place? Only when we relax the assumption of other things remaining constant. Ceteris paribus assumption, if we relax it, then the demand will be increased or it will be decreased. So if along with price, income changes, prices of related goods change, or taste of consumers change, then it will lead to increase in demand or decrease in demand. Even if the price doesn't change, and if either of these variables change, it will also lead to increase in demand and decrease in demand. So friends, in a nutshell, when you say other things remaining constant, we are speaking about law of demand. If price decreases, there is extension of demand. If price increases, there is contraction of demand. So extension and contraction happens on the same demand curve. When you relax the assumption of ceteris paribus, other things remaining constant, if income increases, demand increases. If income decreases, demand decreases. If prices of related goods change, here what do you mean by related goods? If the prices of substitutes change or if the prices of complementary goods change, then in this case also the demand curve will shift either inwards, that is decrease in demand, or it will shift outwards, that is increase in demand. So here what is happening? In this case, in increase in demand or decrease in demand, the demand curve will shift from its original position and the consumer will be on a new demand curve. This is all about changes in demand. Friends, this is one of the most simple topic in economics when we are studying about demand analysis, but also one of the most ignored topics. Students take it very lightly, but here we need to remember whether the increase and decrease in demand that we casually use, whether it is actually increase and decrease or it is extension and contraction of demand. So friends, with this we have completed changes in demand. In my next class, I will be coming up with elasticity of demand. For elasticity of demand, I will be giving 2 to 3 sessions time. First, we will be understanding about price elasticity, then income elasticity, later on cross elasticity. So, as usual friends, thank you for being with me. Thank you for being with Echo After and encouraging my channel. Thank you for watching Understanding Economics with Professor After. So, till my next class, please take care of yourself, stay happy and stay healthy. Tata, bye bye.